So, chat, how many of you guys have heard of this individual known as Jake Lang? If you're not familiar with Jake Lang is someone who's been kind of making the rounds in the social media sphere in terms of, you know, being a very controversial person. You guys may remember that when the ICE raids were happening not long ago in Minnesota, this is the guy who took that ice sculpture that was like abolish ice or something like that. I forget exactly what it said, but I think it was like abolish ice, and he like vandalized the ice sculpture, which resulted in him getting charged with like a hate crime or something like that. This is that guy, and this guy just goes around doing all kinds of like crazy far right controversial shit, and they're in the news again for something they did yesterday at the time of this recording. By the way, if you didn't know and you couldn't tell by their Twitter, they were one of the people that was pardoned by Donald Trump for their actions involving January 6th, their attempts to, start an insurrection and overturn the election results back when Biden won. Yeah, this is one of those guys. Yay. But I want to get into like what happened yesterday. They were actually promoting this with an extremely racist tweet that they were going to do exactly what we're going to talk about here. They said, breaking, we are leading massive boycott with hundreds of crusaders outside the BET Awards in Los Angeles this weekend. We will stand up against degenerate black culture that is destroying America. 4 p.m. Pacific time at the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. And just look at that AI generated slop poster. Like, that is literally the most racist fucking thing I have ever seen in my fucking life. What the fuck? Made with, of course it would be made with grok. They used grok to make this racist ass shit. Of course the Nazi guy's fucking AI program would generate some filth like this. Holy fuck. So basically they said they're going to be protesting the BET Awards. And sure enough, they went, and this was their tweet after they went there. I was just nearly murdered by a violent black mob outside the BET Awards. They smashed a glass bottle over me that shattered and cut my face. They ganged up on us like a pack of wild hyenas. I'm bleeding badly and cut everywhere and on the way to the hospital now. What's the community note? I just noticed that. Lang protested with signs like "Black parents are failures" at BET Awards. Video shows confrontation, but not a glass bottle or severe face cuts. No reports confirm the hospital visit. Yeah, I did notice that as well. He claims that he had to go to the hospital and they smashed a glass bottle on his face. But of all the video footage that has been released of this, which we're going to take a look at some of it in a second here, none of the video shows that. So I don't know if that's true. They may be fabricating that. But anyway, here's the video. Jake Lang kicked away as he attempts to lead protests against the BET Awards. Here we go. Let's take a look. And of course, we got the conservative flag on the back. We got the Iron Cross. So, lots of white supremacist symbolism, neo-Nazi symbolism all over them. We're off to a great start, chat. So they literally went to the BET Awards, so if you're not familiar with the BET Awards, it's the Black Entertainment Awards, an event where there are going to be lots of people of color present, and they decided that that was the place that they wanted to go and protest while holding up signs making racist statements about black people. How did they think this was going to end? And again, just like I said in the last story, obviously I don't advocate violence. Like, I don't condone that sort of thing. But, like, what did this guy think was going to happen? You're going to go to an event with a bunch of black people and make racist statements about black people, and you didn't expect them to respond in anger? So there you go, taking away his racist signs. Look at that. You can see one of the signs right there. Black parents are failures. Yeah, exactly. They're just stirring up shit. Exactly. Wrong, Tippy. This is exactly what he wanted. I mean, probably. They literally chased his ass out of town. Holy shit. Like, apparently he showed up, he started making the racist statements with the signs and stuff like that, and instantly they went at him, and he had to, like, run to his truck and flee. Yeah, this is just some, like, racist-ass shit. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub, I appreciate it. Thank you, Potato Hermit. Why not a bigger award show? I don't know, the BET Awards are pretty big. The BET Awards are a pretty big award show. I don't know if you've ever, like, watched the BET Awards, but it's a pretty big awards show honoring black people in entertainment. They literally chased his ass out of there. And this is exactly the kind of stuff that this guy does. He goes around literally, like, trying to rage bait people by saying, like, the most racist, far-right, unhinged shit. What did he expect? That he was going to get hugs by being racist? Yeah, exactly. He's wearing an ankle monitor too. This guy has multiple charges in multiple different jurisdictions against him. Apparently, outside of the courthouse, he caused some drama recently for the related to the Chud the Builder thing. I mentioned, you know, earlier in the stream, this is the guy who caught a charge for a hate crime for basically breaking that ice sculpture that said abolish ice or whatever. Like, this guy, this is all he does. He's made a career out of being a public nuisance. This is so funny. They literally chased his ass out of town. Oh my god. Like, what kind of balls do you have to walk around in public with, like, literal neo-Nazi insignia on you? The Iron Cross and, like, the Confederate flag and shit like that. Like, come on. Also, this guy learned a valuable lesson, okay? You might get away with this dumb shit in the South and whatnot, but ain't nobody fucking with this shit in LA. Like, as somebody who lives not that far from Los Angeles, like, they don't fuck with this shit in LA, bro. Like, you showed up and you instantly got kicked the fuck out. Yeah, this kind of shit don't fly here. This reminds me of when I was a really young kid. I want to say I was probably about 12 years old at the time. My parents, for the first time, took us to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And it's funny, like, traffic's really bad here in SoCal, especially if you're headed towards, like, the LA/Hollywood area. And I guess my parents didn't realize how long it was going to take for us to get there when we left, because we left later in the day, and we didn't get there until, like, nighttime or whatever. But as we're walking the Hollywood Walk of Fame, there was this guy, this white dude, older white dude, who was just saying the most racist shit towards a group of, like, black people. And for the most part, they were just telling him, fuck you, whatever. Like, they weren't, you know, doing anything about it other than just telling him to fuck off. But this guy, he kept pushing their buttons, and eventually he dropped the N-bomb, and that was it. He fucked around and he found out. This shit don't fly. This kind of racist shit does not fly in LA. Yes, Emmy. That is exactly what happened. Now, again, making this very clear, I don't condone or support violence like that, but He fucked around and he found out. This guy's such a fucking clown. Literal fucking clown. Jeez, and more evidence for his ankle. Yeah, he's probably on like some form of like probation or something right now while he's doing this dumb shit. Jeez. It wasn't enough that he got arrested in connection with January 6th and the stupid fucking president pardoned his ass. Now he's out here doing this dumb shit. Like, holy fuck, dude. You know damn well he did this for... Oh, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Do I stream on YouTube? No, not anymore. I post clips of my streams to YouTube, but I don't stream there. I'm pretty much exclusively here on Twitch. Which, by the way, those of you guys watching this later on YouTube, be sure to follow on Twitch. You can watch this live with the chat.
I wish you would. I wish the fuck you would. I wish the fuck you would. And knock your bitch ass out.
What the fuck is up with this person? Is this person with him? Biblical death penalty for homosexuals, rapists, murderers, pedophiles. Jesus. Well, I think that's interesting that you want the death penalty for pedophiles. Wouldn't that mean that you'd want your president to get the death penalty? You might want to be careful what you wish for. Yeah, I'm wondering if this guy is like with him. What the hell?
Black people are getting violent again. Bitch, you can't go out of here.
Damn.
Black people can't control themselves.
They threw a fucking cone at him. Oh my god. This poor kid, look at this poor kid right here, off to the side. Watch this shit. Homie's just trying to sell his like fundraiser candy or whatever while all this chaos is going on. How long did this shit go on for? Like, holy fuck. The fact that he thought this was a good idea is kind of hilarious. I mean, this is his whole shtick. Just going out in public, saying the most outrageous, offensive shit, and trying to get attention for it. Yo, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Heard a taser. I think that was their camera. The person had like one of those like quick shutter cameras where you can snap multiple photos in like one go. See this guy with the cameras right here? I'm pretty sure that was his camera. Oh shit. You know, I gotta be honest, like, for the most part, most of these people are showing a lot of like restraint. I would have thought, because I'm someone who grew up in some rough neighborhoods, chat, and I've seen people get the shit kicked out of them for less. So I gotta be honest, this mob of angry people are showing a lot of restraint here. This is a guy who claimed he almost got murdered on Twitter, and I gotta be honest, like, yeah, they're screaming at him, they're hollering at him, they're doing some things they probably shouldn't be doing, like throwing stuff at him or whatever. But having said that, like, he could have got it a lot worse. Like, I've seen worse for sure.
I'm sorry, sir.
Oh, somebody ripped off his, he had his Confederate flag on the back. Somebody ripped it off. What the fuck was that shit, dude? Oh my god. Yeah, let me spread my hateful, like, Christianity is a religion that's supposedly about spreading, love and stuff like that. And let me spread my bigoted hatred in the name of Christ. Idiot. Officers are not helping him either. I mean, for fuck's sake, he'd more than likely be charged with a hate crime here. Nothing more hateful than Christian love. Oh my god, true. Oh, here's this truck. Ran away to his truck.
He's running! He's running!
What is this? BET weekend? Your ad here today? What the fuck is this? Literally chased him out of town. Holy shit, that's fucking funny. I wanted to take a quick look at this TMZ article about the whole thing. Far-right influencer Jake Lang chased off from BET Awards after racist display. A far-right influencer and some of his supporters showed up to the BET Awards holding racist signs, sparking a melee that was caught on video. See for yourself, Jake Lang, who President Trump pardoned for his crimes committed during the January 6th insurrection. That's the most insane thing about it. These are the kind of people that Trump pardoned and said were good people. What? So he pardoned him, had a group of people rush him while outside of Sunday's awards show at the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles, and it got pretty ugly. Lang claims he was nearly murdered by a violent black mob. Now look, did they hassle him and did they like push him around and throw some things at him and stuff like that? Yeah, they absolutely did. Did they nearly murder him though? I think he's being a little bit dramatic here. Alleging, what the heck? No, don't do that. Alleging he had a glass bottle thrown at him among other objects. I didn't see any glass bottle. I didn't see any glass. I could have missed it. In fairness, I could have missed it. I didn't see any glass bottle. He didn't mention the messages he was delivering, including signs reading "Black parents are failures." Watch the situation got so volatile that Lang and his crew, they hopped in the back of their truck and sped off. Lang was among the 1,600 others who participated in the Capitol attack and were later pardoned when Trump was voted back into office. He reportedly has not expressed regret for his actions and calls himself a political prisoner. He's a political prisoner who was pardoned for his crimes. Political prisoner, chat. God, these people are fucking insane. We have this asshole that our president decided didn't need to do time for the crime. Remember, this is the guy, this is the president who's outraged over, people allegedly sabotaging his reflecting pool, which is bullshit, by the way. And he's talking about how it's, disrespectful to the country to sabotage his fucking reflecting pool. But, like, this guy literally disrespected the democratic process of our country, of elections, and Trump's like, now he's a good guy, he needs to be pardoned. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. But yeah, this guy tried to pull this racist shit in LA, and as I said earlier, people in LA, they don't tolerate this kind of shit. You can't go around marching the streets as a white supremacist and saying the most racist shit at the BET Awards and think that you're going to get away with it. Come on. What a fucking clown.